Alright there folks, what's happening with you? Great to see you as always. Welcome back to the channel. How we doing? How was day 2 for you? Did anyone manage to get any winners? Let me know in the comments. Uh, Personally, no dice. No dice for me. Boy did I back the wrong horse in fucking Popperin and Chapo. You know what, I'm not too bothered about the Chapo game because it didn't matter anyway because the first one didn't come in, but uh, this is the first round, innit? I mentioned it in yesterday's video. Look, it's the first round of the first tournament at the start of the season. It is what it is. I had no idea Alexi Popperin weren't ready for this tournament. No idea whatsoever. Not going to complain about it. It is what it is. We just bounce on, don't we? First round's a free hit. I've said it all year and I'll continue to say it. Now's when we get serious. I'd like to assume that we have, you know, we've at least separated the men from the boys. There were some people who weren't ready for this tournament, weren't ready for this season. Not only Popperin. We've got a rough one here. It's a bit of a rough one, innit? I'm not so certain about today. There's definitely something, it's thrill of the hunt and all that shit, and I'm pretty sure there's something. Before we get in, let me just turn this mouse on. Before we get into day 3, I just want to say really quick, appreciate everyone who subscribed. Not only over the past few days, but just since the start of the channel. It means a lot. We're so close to 500 now. We're fucking this close. I can see it, like we're crowning. I can see the head. We're almost there. I'm going to try and get to 500 by, to be realistic, say the end of the Australian Open. Got a month for that. I'd say that's doable. I think we've picked up another 7 new subscribers over the past 2 days. So if you wanted the 7, fucking spot on. Appreciate you. It means a lot. Glad to welcome you to the squad. Last but not least, it's New Year, innit, folks? And I don't know what time you're watching this, so it may already be New Year, depending where you are. It may not be, or if you're fucking Chinese, it's just a regular fucking Tuesday to you. And in that case, I'll try again in a few months' time. But for those that are celebrating it, all the best in that. All the best to you and yours. Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one. Right then, let's talk about some tennis. I do apologise for the late upload. I fucking regret it now, but I stayed up for that Popperin game, and then I fell asleep. Didn't get to watch the Chapo one, but I seen the results this morning. I don't think I want to. I don't think I need to. I really don't. So yeah, I don't know. We're cutting it a bit short, but if you've got your notifications on, if you haven't, stick them on now. But if you have got your notifications on, you'll be alright. You'll have a few hours. It's only 10 o'clock over here, so I've got a couple hours before we get underway. So, right, like the video, like and subscribe, all that shit. Subscribe to the channel, appreciate it if you would. If you want to support the channel, links in the description and the pinned comment, along with the pics, if there are any. Right then, let's go through these fucking games. First one, right off the bat, Brisbane, we've got Nishioka and Yuri Lehechka, so these haven't played each other before. Getting Lehechka quite a big favourite here. Also, if you can hear that music, neighbours, New Year, neighbours are having parties. It's a walk of life, dire straits. Anyone? What you know about it? Absolute banger. I'm not mad, but just in case it's coming through, I think Lehechka beats Nishioka. I really do. Who did Nishioka play? Artur Rinderknech. He beat Artur Rinderknech in straight sets. Am I right by saying that? I am. You are correct, sir. Yeah. I think. Look, if Yuri Lehechka, I wasn't so sure he was going to beat Holger Rune, but I'm not really surprised he did. And boy, did he look good doing it. He looked he looked hot to go, as that weird bird sings about. What do you want me to say about this? Like, Nishioka's a tricky customer, and he is most definitely a tricky customer. Let me just zoom in here. 15 and 16 on the surface last season, 18 and 10 on the surface for Lehechka. We know Yuri Lehechka was very unlucky with injuries throughout, various points in the last season. Hampered him quite a bit. We seen flashes. We got really good Lehechka, but we didn't get the best version. I'm pretty certain if he's fit, if he's as fit as he looks, he may be in for another. Like, you're talking career best for the lad. He'll definitely top his rankings if he can maintain his fitness. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Nishioka, man, I mean, it's rough, man. These are like this. He's not a bad player at all. Like, by any stretch of the imagination, he's really good. Looked good against Rindenech. Rindenech can't. He tends to be a little bit one-dimensional. So I can most definitely see a world where Nishioka beats him in straight sets. Although I didn't watch the game, it'd have to be Lehechka. He's just younger, harder, better, faster, stronger. I think he outplays him on every front. I really do. Nishioka, he can be crafty, very technical player. Gotta be Lehechka though. Gotta be Lehechka. That's probably the most certain I'm gonna be out of all these games. I'd say that and maybe one more, but 1.45 on the decimal. That's an alright parlay piece, that, folks. I wouldn't mind sticking that on my parlay if I'm gonna do one. So let me know what you think about that. It'd have to be Lehechka, wouldn't it? It would have to be. You've just done Hogarun in straight sets. I imagine you can do Nishioka. Probably in straight sets as well, but just on the money line will do me. Next up, this is probably the trickiest one. I want your opinions in the comments on this one as well. Benjamin Bonzi and Nico Yari. Now, I seen this last night at like 3 in the morning, and it was very close. Bonzi was a slight favourite. It was in like the 1.7 region, something like that. It's like 1.53 now. So much money must have come in on Bonzi overnight. So much. And I'd love to take him. I'd have seen that price. That was perfect. That 1.7 price. You may still be able to get something like that on the exchange. Don't quote me on it, but I'd like to think he was going to win. We took him. He got it done for us in day one. Oh shit! He got it done in day one. Although it weren't easy. It was anything but easy for him. But he showed true grit, big French bollocks, and he managed to get through that. Nico Yari, he's a lot more seasoned than Benjamin Bonzi. A lot more seasoned. We know that Nicholas Yari has got a result like this in his locker. We know he has. Is he going to be able to whip it out against someone like Bonzi? He seems very hard to beat, especially on these hard courts. Everyone seems hard. With that being said, I don't know how anyone plays on these courts. Is it just me, or do these seem so fucking fast? I was watching the Arnaldi and Popperin game, and they were both serving absolute bombs, and I thought, oh my god, these must have really worked on the serve in the off-season. But every other game I've seen, aces seem to be the name of the game, don't they? It seems to be a really fast court, is me point anyway. So I would still probably go with Benjamin Bonzi if I was sticking him on a parlay. We mentioned in the other video, someone said in the comments as well, it seems like just taking Bonzi. We're pretty much riding him off the back of last season as well. We pretty much took him all the way, and he won that final in Metz. And we've started this one off taking him as well, and he seemed good to go. I don't see why you just don't keep taking Benjamin Bonzi until it fails. That seems like the right thing to do at this point. Total's 24.5 now. I get that. I totally get that. It's going to be a tiebreaker or two. Big saves from the pair of them. You'd give Bonzi the edge on the surface, wouldn't you? Most definitely. Nicholas Yari was at 7 and 10 on the hard court last season. Is that 13 and 13 for Bonzi? Yeah. Benjamin Bonzi started the season off really bad. He was on a fucking stinker of a losing streak, and then all of a sudden he just... I don't know what he done. Started taking steroids probably. I'm only joking. Definitely not. But he's found something, and whatever it is, it's most definitely working for him. I feel like you would be a fool to go against Benjamin Bonzi the way he's playing. Man on a mission. French man on a mission. Considering we had a lot of dealings with the French last season, I'm Benjamin Bonzi's alright by me, you know. He may be added to the Trinity, he may be added to the Holy French Trinity. Who was it? Humbert, fucking Hugo Humbert, Artifice, and there was one more that we were alright with, can't remember, but I don't think Bonzi's going to let us down. And even when he does let us down, he eventually will. I feel like he's more than earned it. He's more than earned it. Fuck it, I'm going with Bonzi. I'd just go with Bonzi on that one. They've played each other before, and it was a tight one. That was back in 2022 on the Challenger, on the clay as well, where you'd have probably thought Nico Yari would have won that one. He loves the clay. This lad loves the clay. But no, that went the way of Benjamin Bonzi. 3 tiebreakers. That was then. This is now. I'll be honest with you, I'm expecting more of the same. I'm not a big fan of how much that price has dropped overnight. I won't lie to you. It's sort of putting me off. It's kind of putting me off. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than, 1.5 favourite. Well, that's just me. It'd be Bonzi though. Nonetheless, it'd definitely be Benjamin Bonzi for me if I was taking that. And then next one we've got Vukic and Dimitrov. I knew Dimitrov was going to beat Yannick Hanfman. I knew it. He didn't cover his spread. Like, it was half a point, but he still beat him. He looked good as well. This tournament's been really good. It's been, shall we say, like a happy hunting ground for Dimitrov. Not only last year, like just throughout his entire career, he's loved playing here. He'll fancy him. I know I said the other day I fancy him for a title. Kyrgios is gone, which we'll touch on that probably in tomorrow's video, but all that remains is Djokovic, in my opinion. And I don't think Dimitrov's going to see Djokovic till potentially the final. I don't know, you don't quote me on that, but or he might get him in the semis actually. Is it even the same tournament? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused because it's 4 and 4 in it. There's 4 tomorrow. Ignore me, I'm talking shit. Yeah, I don't think Dimitrov's going to... He potentially won't see Djokovic until a lot deeper into the tournament, so if he can take out Vukic, he'll fancy himself to get this title wrapped up once again. Now, he's beat him twice before. Not only has he beat him, he's never dropped a set to Vukic. He's beat him on the hard court and on the grass, once in 23 in Shanghai, and then the other one in Queens. That was in 23 too. Dimitrov's 1.2, yeah. Pretty much the same as what he was against Yannick Hanfman. Now, I don't think Vukic is going to beat Dimitrov. At any point in the season, whatever season it was, I'd always be taking Dimitrov. You know me, I think he's my favourite player. He has been over the years. He's been the one constant player who I've always rooted for, and I feel like I always will. A little bit of information for the new ones there. Dimitrov's so much better than Vukic. So much better. You could most definitely make the argument that, well, touching on what I just said about the surface, how fast it is, what's the one thing you know about Vukic? Massive serve. He's got a massive serve. I'm not saying he's not a serve bot, but it gets him through a lot. A lot of 3 points on that serve. Combine that with the speed of the court, and I'd say that he's at home, but I thought Popperin could have at least taken one set being at home, but he didn't come close. So maybe the whole home thing just applies it just applies pressure to them, potentially. I don't know. I'm not a good pressure, not like a nervous energy excitement, like, oh, I'm at home, like, oh, fuck, I'm like a bad nervous type of energy. That's the only thing that's worrying me. Big odds for Vukic, and we've seen Dimitrov struggle, haven't we? Like, in certain games, we've seen him struggle against people that you probably wouldn't expect him to struggle against. Vukic is obviously going to be trying his best to just keep this as short as he can, win as many points off that save, and then, whereas Grigor Dimitrov's going to be trying the exact opposite. He's going to want to extend the rallies because he knows he's got the better of him. That backhand, it's fucking dirty, innit? Can't see Vukic being able to deal with that. Is he going to be able to... Will he be able to get it off, though, with the court being fast? This is the thing. It's like the Tsitsipas fucking dilemma, isn't it? It's like when he's got time to set that backhand up, it's so good. That slice is perfect, but I don't know. I don't really know. I think Dimitrov fucking beats him. I think I'm just overthinking it. I really do. I don't think I need to overthink this. Vukic is not a bad player at all. We know he's not, but he's by far the best. And we're putting him side by side with someone like Grigor Dimitrov. There's only one winner. There's only ever been one winner, and I don't see that changing now. Home tournament or not for Vukic, so I know the price is a little short. I'm seeing him as high as 1.26. Uh, I'll fucking forget that. I don't think anyone's got that. But yeah, call it 1.2 on the decimal. Vukic or not, and Dimitrov. Dimitrov wins that. It's just how you want to take him. If you want to get greedy and just boost your parlay a little bit, be my Christopher Guest. But I'm probably going to try and work on some way to take Dimitrov tomorrow. That's a little bit more profitable than just the money line. But if you can't, stick him on your parlay. You'll be all right with that. And then last one in Brisbane, we've got Jordan Thompson, Alex Michelson. Jordan Thompson once again, like the Benjamin Bonzi things happened here, whereas he was a lot of money's come in overnight. I think he's already beat him. Is it twice? He's beat Alex Michelson twice before. Yeah, it was last. Oh, come on, why isn't it? Yeah, it was in Mexico last year. That was it. Yeah, Michelson bageled him in the first set, and then 7-6 in the second, 7-5 in the third for Thompson, and then the time before that was in 23. He beat him in two. Both of them on the hard court as well. May I add? Call it 1.6 for Jordan Thompson, and I'm pretty certain, actually, matter of fact, I know for a fact, we were all on Jordan Thompson the other day. We were all pretty certain he was going to beat Berrettini. Seniors all in the comments, everyone was like, yeah, Thompson was a good shout, that boys, well done. Alex Michelson's good though, isn't he? Alex Michelson's good, man. Like, I've got high expectations for this lad for this season, as I imagine you have too. I'm expecting big things from Michelson, especially a big jump in the ranks. This is probably the worst time for you to play Jordan Thompson though, especially coming off the back of that win against Berrettini. At home, this is someone that definitely doesn't feel, that negative pressure of playing at home. He thrives in it, he loves it. Is that 1.6 am I seeing there? Yeah, call it 1.6. 24 and 14 last year on the surface, 26 and 14 for Michelson. No surprise there, both of them really good. They excel on these hard court surfaces. Would you be surprised if Alex Michelson beats him tomorrow? Probably not. Like, that wouldn't come as a shock, would it? It wouldn't. I think Jordan Thompson wins it, though. I really do. There's something inside of me, and it's just screaming, Jordan Thompson's got this wrapped up. I don't know, I can just see him fucking doing it, like Alex Michelson. See, it's hard, innit? Like, I'm just like tripping over myself here because there's nothing to go off other than last season, and I don't really know how much that matters anymore. I can see it being another tight game. I feel like if you're going to bagel him a few months ago, why wouldn't you take at least one set off him again? Part of me is thinking, Alex Michelson for a set here on the parlay. I don't mind that, I think I'm talking myself into it. I had nothing for this, and now I'm sort of thinking, yeah, don't mind Alex Michelson for a set, What do you think on that? Let me know on that. I might stick that on. If you think I should, please do. Give me some information. Give me whatever you've got. I think Jordan Thompson does him in straight sets. Do you think, who's Alex Michelson just played? Christopher O'Connell. See, that went to a tiebreaker. That went pretty much to the wire, didn't it? Oh, actually, I forgot about that one. Maybe just hang fire. I think the Jordan Thompson win is a lot more impressive, no doubt about that. Much more impressed with Thompson getting that win over Berrettini than Mickelson beating Christopher O'Connell. I had a feeling he would, but we also said Christopher O'Connell can pull off some really good performances, as he did. It was very close. Could have took him on the spread, it would have come in. I still think Thompson beats him. I do. With the crowd behind him, I think he'll have just a little bit more to get. He'll just edge this one out. I can see it being close, actually. Probably a set each, maybe both to win a set. Maybe have a look at the total. You may have guessed, but yeah, I'm on the fence with this one. Various angles you could approach this one. I don't know if I'm going to touch it, actually. No, I'm very unsure. Yeah, maybe that's a sign. And then just touching on Hong Kong, I've got nothing for Kekmanovic and Muller. Has anyone asked about that? I don't think so. Cam Norrie and Sonego? I don't know. I know these videos have been titled like ATP Brisbane and Hong Kong, but we really have just glazed over these Hong Kong ones. But it's not really attracting me as much as the Brisbane tournament. I won't lie to you, but we'll still just gloss over it really quick. Norrie and Sonego. Norrie's at 1.6 on the decimal here. It's one apiece. Once again, this is anyone's match, you know. This really is a 50-50 game. You probably give the edge. I'd give Cam Norrie the edge. If it's a full fit Cam Norrie, he should definitely be beating Sonego. I didn't watch his game against Lane Etienne. If anyone watched that, let me know. Did he look good? Did he beat him in straight sets as well? And we know how good Lane Etienne was playing. I'd probably lean with Cam Norrie, although I won't be putting a dime on that. But Zizou Berg's out of feast. Anyone going for out of feast tomorrow, I would not be confident in taking him, you know. I really wouldn't. In the what was that? Forgot what the tournament was called. Then the next gens. That's right. He only won one game. He won one game, didn't he? He didn't even qualify until like the semis. He got beat by Joao Fonseca. He beat Jakob Mensah, and then he got fisted by Lane Etienne. Zizou Bergs just looked good in his last game against Moros Cañas, and then Jesus Christ, where the fuck am I living here? What the fuck was that? Did anyone hear that? But I hope not. I hope that didn't pick that up. I'll probably check in a bit. Fucking if it did, but 22 minutes in, nothing you can do about that. Don't make me pick a side on this one here. Am I really going to give out Zizou Berg as a dog? Well, it's not official, obviously, so it doesn't mean shit if it do. Alright then, instead of saying Zizou Berg's going to win, how about this? I am not very confident in Artifice winning this game, even though he should. It probably shouldn't be a question. But he did not look that good. He only beat Mensah, and Mensah, as we've mentioned, was the fucking worst in that tournament. Alright, he got past Kukushkin the other day, but maybe like he wants to be, you know, I don't know, but yeah, Feast could only beat the worst player in that tournament. He may struggle against Zizou Berg. He's a big hitter. Big saves, big hitter. Doesn't move nowhere near as good as Artifice. I'd probably give the fitness edge to Artifice also. I don't know, like I said, if anyone's taking him, let me know. You're a brave person if you are. And then look, you've got Kachinov and Nishikori there. I said I didn't watch the El Chapo game. As a matter of fact, I'm not calling him El Chapo. It's back to Dinas. You're getting demoted back to Dinas, mate. There's only one N. Kachinov should be beating Nishikori, but he's another guy that I don't trust at all. There was something going on with these Russians last season. There was something going on with these. Nishikori beat him last time he played. That was in... Well, fuck me. He's beat him pretty much every time. Head-to-head 4-2. Beat him the last two times he played. That were both in 2021. On the clay as well. Very long games, may I add. I don't think that means shit anymore, if I'm being honest. Kachinov actually finished the season really, really good. Got to the quarterfinals in Paris, was it? No, semi-finals, sorry. Got beat by Hugo Humbert in the semis in Paris. Also got beat by Jack Draper in the finals in Vienna as well. So pretty much two really deep runs there. Solid wins as well all around. Good way to finish for Kachinov. Pretty much the same for Nishikori as well. although he was on the Challenger Tour. Couple of decent wins, calibre of opponents, it's night and day, as opposed to Kachanov wins. Now, because I didn't watch it, and I'm probably not going to, but was El Chapo as bad? Sorry, was Dinas as bad as what that fucking scorecard and them stats suggest? Because if that's so, then I think Kachanov just wipes the floor with Nishikori. I didn't think he was going to beat him as convincingly as that, but Chapo must have just been fucking well out of it. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. Maybe I should just go and watch the highlights, innit? What's Kachanov's fitness, though? This is what I'm thinking. What's it going to be like? This is what worries me, because when he's good, but this, depending on who he's playing, it's like if his opponent can outmove him and he knows it, he ends up walking them, fucking running like a claymation figure, pure fucking Wallace and Gromit shit. I think it's Kachanov. I would don't let the heads ahead put you off. I think Karen Kachanov gets that one done. I really do. I'm not going to waste any more time on it. If anyone's got anything for Hong Kong or any of the games, you know what to do. Same as usual. Get it in the comments, best bets, all that shit. Anything for the basketball tonight as well. Don't get a break. Them NBA teams do. The poor bastards have got to play on Christmas. They've got to play on New Year's Day. Fucking hell. Slider. It's our last, that it really is, isn't it? But no way. It's the way she goes, I suppose. Sometimes they get fucking paid enough. What am I going to go for here? I'm tempted to go for a New Year parlay here, folks. Yuriel Hetchka's going to be on it. Yuriel Hetchka is definitely going to be on it. Probably should have decided on this before I'd done the video. I've literally only just got home from work, so I've had to just do this on the fly. I do apologise, but I'd be going Yuriel Hetchka. Fuck it, you know what? I'd be going Benjamin Bonzi as well. I think that's the double, folks. Any objections? When I'm on the mic, I step to perfection. Yeah, the fuck am I talking about? It's going to be Yuriel Hetchka and Bonzi. I thought Bonzi was going to win. It's only because the price has dropped. I'm a bit like, oh, everyone's putting dough on him. Like, maybe it's just going to fuck everything up like it always does, but no. Pretty certain Bonzi gets that one done. You know what? If Bonzi for some reason loses that game, it'll be the first game in like God knows how many that he's let us down. That's not an excuse, by the way. I'm not setting up a fucking safety net by saying that, but I'm alright with putting money on Benjamin Bonzi, is what I'm getting at. That's my entire point. I imagine you are too. I think Dimitrov beats Vukic as well. Jordan Thompson probably beats Alex Michelson. Kachanov to get it done against Nishikori just about. Don't know what Artifice and Zizou Berg, couldn't talk it off. Zizou Berg as a dog shout there. Kekmanovic probably beats Alexander Muller, and Cam Norrie should be getting it done against Lorenzo Sonego. Anyway, folks, that's it. Quite a long one. I do apologise, but what to talk about, isn't it? It's got to be done sometimes. So, I'll be saying good night to you, folks. Have yourself a very, very happy new year. All the best to you and yours. Like and subscribe if you would. Be cool if you did. Let's go get that cash, innit? One last time before we enter the new year. Let's go get that cash. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Mull of Kintyres just started playing. I'm about to go and get drunk and chill out. See you in a bit. Enjoy the tennis and I'll see you tomorrow.